Start all. I solved it already. I'm just starting it over. Am I streaming this time? Oh, I am streaming this time. Oh, the reason I couldn't tell I was streaming was because you gotta use studio.youtube.com. So YouTube don't work? Like, bruh. Yeah, if you go to my YouTube, it doesn't say it's streaming. Oh, wait, never mind. Yeah, it does. The fuck wasn't it streaming earlier? Alright. But yeah, I solved it. I just want to make sure I can do it again so I don't forget this shit. You basically make a dependency thing, but you got to picture it like it's a graph. We need one that maps each ingredient to all the recipes that depend on it, and then one where the recipe where all the ingredients depend on it. Which I could have just done instead of needed ingredient count. Oh, it is a count, so it's a number. Or I could do string or number here, right? Or I could. And just get rid of the extra type. Nah. I think it makes more sense. Each recipe and the needed ingredient count is a number. And then ingredient and then the recipe list. Yeah, okay. And then let's go through our recipes. Or actually, yeah, I think. Fuck. Just recipe of. Oh wait, no, I need to do a C style for let row I is less than length. I should have probably solved it the second time using a legit depth first search using recursion, but recipe need ingredient count, ingredient recipe go through. Okay, we go through. So we need to do const. We'll just say item. Fuck it. Equals recipe I and const in ingredients. I hate using ing equals ingredients I. And then in degrees set each recipe, which is an item, and the ingredients length. Then, oh, I can say ingredient. Will that fuck with my, no, because it's uppercase. Yeah. So I can't do ingredient. I can't say ingredients though. Fuck. I hate these naming conflicts. Const ingredient equals ingredients I. But that's technically a list of ingredients. So we'll say ingredient list. Or array. Yeah, we'll say array because we're not in Python over here. Ingredient array.length. Because then we need to go through the ingredient array. So and then for each ingredient, yeah, fuck. All right, so for const ingredient I don't think that's a naming conflict because that's a type and it's uppercase. We got ingredients plural up there, but yeah, so const ingredient of ingredient. Right. Now we need to do graph dot set ingredient for the key, but now we need to set the item. Fuck, hold on, how did I do this? Because that'll be the individual ingredient, but then we need to, oh, I need to do if first. I need to do the if statement first. If graph dot has ingredient. If it doesn't have it, we set this to an empty array, then we fucking push it. Because the graph won't have it on the first go, right? And then we do graph dot set ingredient. There only can be one name, they're unique. And then graph dot get ingredient. Instead of doing the bullshit bang operator, I'm gonna take this out actually. Const update ingredients equals this. Alright. Which will be an empty array. I don't know, that's kind of stupid to do it that way too. And then instead of doing the graph.get not, right? Because then I would have to do not and then dot push. I think that's dumb. I mean, it's not necessarily dumb, but updated ingredient. So we do graph.get ingredient and then it gives us an array, and then we say update ingredients. No, actually, that's kind of dumb. Let's just use the fucking not operator. Fuck it. Dot ingredient and dot fucking push. Ingredient. No. Graph.get ingredient dot push dish item. Fuck. And that's it. Amount of type numbers outside of the parameter of type string. Recipes. Wait, what? Oh, fucking forgot that. Item is a fucking string. What are you talking about? Argument of type number is not assignable to parameter of type string. Graph.get ingredient. I mean, the graph takes an ingredient and then a recipe. So the recipe is a string, and then it's an array of strings. And then the ingredient is a string. Graph.get ingredient, and then that should give us an empty fucking array. Argument of type number is not assignable to parameter of type string. I wish you would be a little more fucking, because we're only accessing graph here. And since we're only accessing graph and graph's defined up here, and it takes two fucking generic fucking ingredient type and a fucking recipe, which is a string. Oh. No, because I used a recipe and then that. Or what if I just use recipes? No, that should have still worked if I did recipe with the... It's a string. And if I item is up here, recipes I. Oh. I see what I'm doing wrong. Graph.get item dot push. No, it's graph. Dot get ingredient dot push item. Wait, that was fucking. Oh my god. Cigarettes must be. Never stop streaming. Leave it on 24/7. I mean, yeah, I don't get paid for the data, but like it'd be whole days where I'm not streaming. That'd be kind of crazy. Whenever I take a break from work, I plan on streaming a lot more often. Because I about have enough money saved up. I can go to school for like 2 years and be Gucci. All right. I got to fucking GPT this because I don't understand. I'm literally looking at my types, which is fucking confusing me. Graph.set. So it only fucks up here. Because right here we fucking set it with an empty array. Oh. Oh. What if... No, I can't do that. But I need to graph.get ingredient.push item. Or maybe I do that after... No, I got to do graph.set, graph.get. That'll give us this empty array. And then once we get the empty array, we push the fucking item to it. But I guess I'm going to have to GPT this. I've already solved the problem. Yeah, I really need to understand it. Oh. Fucking on YouTube, damn it. That's what's pissing me off. I've already solved it. I mean, I can look, but that's not going to do me no good because I know I'm doing this part. Oh, that does work. Well, how does that work? Because when we do graph.get, that's returning an array and we're pushing the dish, right? But how the fudge is that updating? There's something I don't understand about memory. Where'd my code go? Okay. So I don't do the graph.set, I just do this, which is fucking weird. Graph.get ingredient and then push the item. Now. Whoa, that ain't my code. If graph.has ingredient, graph.set ingredient and an array. Yep. Then graph.get ingredient and then put. Oh, I see what I'm doing wrong. I see what I'm doing wrong. Because the item is the fucking. Yeah. Wait. Yes, the ingredient, and then we're pushing the dishes. Wait, I did do it right. Because the recipe's eyes, that's the dish. Item dish. Fuck. Alright, GPT. I'm gonna drive myself crazy trying to figure out my bug. God darn it. I'm just gonna learn the vibe code. Swear to God. Oh, I'm missing a parentheses. Oh yeah. Because the item and then that's closing off. Wait. You know what? I'll just retype it. Graph.get, alright? And we'll get ingredient. Once we get the ingredient, we're gonna coerce the null. Bam. And then we're gonna fucking push the fucking item, aka dish. Swear to God, if it don't run this time, I'm gonna punch it in the freaking monitor. Alright. Thank you. So now we know bread needs 2 ingredients. We have 2 ingredients, yeast and flour. Boom, boom, boom. Now we just gotta process this bull donkey. Using, Yeah, but I don't know topo sort off the top of my head. I've only solved maybe 2 or 3 topo problems. And I've already solved it once, and I'm struggling to solve it again. This is crazy. Freaking crazy. Oh, headset's falling off. I'm just gonna vibe code. It's all about the vibes, bro. Alright, so that's good. I'll get rid of the console log. We know that's populating, right? So now we need to make a queue. So const queue. And then it's a dot dot dot. Here applies that we do have. Then while queue dot length. I ain't even gonna do the greater than 0. If I can, because 0 is falsy, right? If it does do a bug, I'll add the greater than 0. But yeah, while queue dot length, and then we'll do const item equals queue dot sheet. All right, we got the item. Yep. So item. What if I call it ingredient? That's too much typing. I think I'll stick with item and just remember the context in my head. All right, so items and ingredient. We got the ingredient, so now we need to, I don't remember. Let me think. Got the item, so we need to look the item up, right? So we need to look up here graph. If graph dot has item. And then our graph, like I'm losing context again. The ingredient, yep, because we're checking our supplies. If it doesn't have it, yeah. If it doesn't have it, continue. If it does, we need to do a for loop. For const we need to go through our recipes, I think. A recipe of graph.get item. I don't know. I feel like I'm going a little off course here. Graph.get item. Topo sort can suck my dick. So graph.get item, forget the item, that's recipe, right? Because it is recipes, that's the value. We go through the recipes. If we got the recipes, wait. No, that's right, because then we won't, I don't think I need to coerce it. I don't know, let's see, let's find out. Wait, what? Oh, recipe, not graph. I need to go to bed. Bread. So now I know we need to deduct this count. I know once that count hits 0. So let me go off what? I'm kind of going off memory here, and I don't like that. Graph.has item continue. Item in the context of this is their supply. So we'll just call this supply. And if I look at my supplies, it's just a list of strings. I would start with yeast. So our current supply would be yeast. So we check our graph array and see as it has yeast. The graph array has yeast. That's good. So then we grab the recipes that depend on it. No, I know. Fuck. All right, let me go off what I do remember. I don't even know if this is the loop I need to do, but I do know I need if. If. No, in degrees dot get. What was there in degrees? So is the recipe, and we're going through recipes. We get the recipe equals 0. Solution dot push recipe q dot push recipe. And then we could do in I need to decrement the count and I need to, if map.has recipe, or I could do map.set. Yeah. I don't even think I need to do a check. I just do the in degrees, not map. In degrees dot set recipe. And then in degrees dot get recipe. We got a null coerce it, right? And then minus 1. Oh, I'm not sure if that's gonna work. I feel like I'm fucking up somewhere. Oh, I changed it this. Nope. Oh, it's only 2 of them down here. Solution dot push recipe. Not finding a solution. Oh yeah, I ain't made it have a result. Let's just name it solution. How about that? I need to get better with naming variables for sure. Because I think that just added confusion. I should have just kept, string number. Honestly, I should have mapped the thought process first. But topo sort, I haven't done it much. But you're supposed to picture this as a graph. And all the edges is its dependencies. Or this is the fuck. GPT, hold on. Explain topo sort in context of the graph problem. You have a list of recipes, ingredients needed for each recipe. Some supplies are already available. You need to figure out which recipes can I make and which ones unlock other recipes. Yeah, but that don't make you think of a queue and stuff off the top of your head unless you. Yeah, this is literally a dependency problem. Yeah, true. You're not just sorting for fun, you're sorting in a way that respects what needs to happen first. So think of it like this. Every recipe is a node in a graph. Each ingredient that's also a recipe creates a directed edge. Cake needs. Oh, actually, let me just see if Leetcode solved this on YouTube. I keep forgetting to unhide the camera, but it don't matter. The late night stream. Mm. But yeah, that levels IO guy, dude, really like his inspiration. Find all recipes for given supplies. Second Fang, who are you? Leetcode ain't popping up first. You solved this 6 hours ago. Damn. Who are you? Wait, do you not even talk?
Make a sandwich. What do we
fucking muted?
Hello and welcome back to the Cracking Fang YouTube channel. Today we're going to be solving find all possible recipes from given supplies, which is Leetcode problem 2115. Before we get into the question, you guys keep requesting these Google questions, but you're not subscribing and you're not liking the video. So do that right now or the videos will stop. Alright, intimidation aside, let's now read the question prompt. You have information about n different recipes. You are given a string array recipes and a 2D string array ingredients. The ith recipe has the name recipes of I, and you can create it if you have all the needed ingredients from ingredients of I. Ingredients to a recipe may need to be created from other recipes, i.e. ingredients of I make. So we're given the recipes and we have bread, sandwich, and burger. And to make bread, we need yeast and flour. To make a sandwich, we need bread and meat. And to make a burger, we need a sandwich, meat, and bread.
Bread depends on yeast and flour. Sandwich depends on bread. Burger depends on sandwich.
And we know that our original supplies are yeast, flour, and meat. So let's look at this, right? Can we make a sandwich? Well, we have meat, but we don't have bread in our supplies. Same thing happens with, a burger. We don't have a sandwich, and we don't have bread, but we do have meat. But can we make bread? Let's see. So to make bread, we need yeast and flour, and then we need bread, which requires, flour and yeast, right?
Wait, which way is he going to
Which we
solve this?
also
Let me
have.
skip
So
ahead to see which way he's going to solve
what we
it.
want to
Is he going to use a depth first search recursion, or is he going to... Oh, he's using a queue. So he basically ain't teaching me nothing I don't already freaking know. I mean, mapping that out does not fucking draw you to the coded solution. It helps you think about it, but not the way I did it. I mean, I guess it could. Like when y'all are coding the solution up, this pops up in your head. Like if I'm doing a recursion stack, but when I do a queue, which is kind of a simulating a recursion in a way. Let me make sure my thought process is right. The queue basically simulates the call stack version. You include supplies first, and any recipe that becomes available gets added to the queue like a chain reaction. I think it is. What can I do right now? Check. Go the version solution to the memo. I know you can use memo. Oh, but bro, I already solved the problem. Come on. He's listening to me. At least he ain't giving me the straight up code. I bet I can keep asking and he'll do it. I think you can't fully stop him. So let's say, please. Ha, told you. Yeah, that kind of ticks me off. I will. Oh well. If supply set dot has recipe return true. If recipe map dot has recipe return false. If memo dot has recipe return memo dot get recipe null coercion. If visiting dot has recipe return false. Oh, you could hit a cycle, couldn't you? Visiting dot add recipe for const angle recipe map dot get recipe. If you can't make it, we set it. So if we can't make it, we set it in the memo, and we return false. Okay, I kind of get it. This goes through and makes sure we can make it, so it processes the ones we can make first. And then it'll keep calling the stack until we make them all. And delete recipe memo does say recipe true, return true, const result equals for const r of recipe if can make r result dot push recipe. This kind of reminds me of how I did that fish problem. Wait, what's Claude Designer? I've never heard of Claude Designer. I've heard they're trying to make a new protocol for freaking AI too. The MC, I think it's called MCP. Um, Problem is, I don't want AI crawling around my code base and content. Claude Designer. What is it just a? I don't see any fucking Claude Designer popping up. Yeah, fuck it. I don't really care that much. Pick of parentheses strings can be valid.
Make bread we have, so we can make the bread, which can make
But I'm assuming, yeah, he does the same.
right? So that's going to be our first graph. Our second graph is simply going to be counting, the in degrees of a current recipe. So basically, how many
Yeah, he's
ingredients
using the same
for each ingredient. Remember, we're mapping all of the recipes that it can possibly.
All right, fuck it. I'm gonna do it one more fucking time. And I'm just gonna call it a night so I can be lazy because I gotta work 40 hours this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And I want to watch Netflix and chill. Sue me. Let me just. I'm not gonna use types really this time either. I'm just gonna freaking code it. So I know we need the const freaking in degrees, which equals a new map, which each key will be a string, and each value will be a number. My asses. Then we're going to make the graph, which will be a new map again, except it's going to be a string for the key, which will be the ingredient needed. And then, so this is the inverse of the n degrees in this sense. The string's the key, which will be the ingredient, and then the value will be a list of the recipes that call for that ingredient. So it'll be a string, an array of strings. and const result, which will be a number array. We return a result at the end, pretty it up, and then we go through a recipe using a C style for loop for I equals 0, I less than recipe dot length I plus plus. And we say const recipe singular equals the recipe, and then const ingredients array. Okay, we're going to type the whole thing since I don't use the type, and then equals the ingredients. And then for our n degrees, we can go ahead and set it. So n degrees dot set recipe is the key, ingredients array dot length for the value to let us know how many ingredients it needs, just the number. Going numb. Can't cross my legs too long or it goes numb. N degrees dot set recipe. Up. And then we need to iterate. Oh yeah, we need to iterate through our ingredient array. So for const ingredient of ingredients array. Do I need to null course that? Cannot find name ingredient array. Well, that's because it's ingredients array. Oh yeah, that's a string. Alright, so that's all good and dandy. I didn't throw an error. That's ingredient of ingredients array. And then we do graph dot set ingredient for the key, and then the value will be an array. But that's only if we don't have it, right? And that's graph. Well, no, we can do graph dot set ingredient with an empty array. No, we do need to do an if check or it's going to override it, the next ingredient. Well, no, hold on. Oh no, let's see. Let's do it. And then we'll do graph dot get ingredient and then dot push ingredient. And it's get recipe, not ingredient. I'm pretty sure the key is the recipe, and then the ingredients that rely on it. And when I'm done with that, let's just console log n degrees and here graph. I might have to put an if statement in there. Ooh, it's graph.set. I put ingredient there. It's recipe. My bad. So bread needs 2 ingredients. Oh, this ain't working right. So I do need to put an if there. So here we put if graph dot as recipe. We set it, but we got if this returns true, we want it to be false. So if the graph does not have the recipe, let's add the recipe. And then after we add the recipe, we don't even need to do that now. Unless TypeScript makes me. What? Oh. So bread needs 2. Oh, bread needs yeast and flour. Oh fuck, wait. I think I did this. That needs to be the other way around. That needs to be ingredient. And then graph.set that, and then graph.get ingredient and dot push dish. I think that's right. Jesus, dude. 3rd time solving this. Wait, what? Cannot find any dish. Oh, that's because it's a recipe. Bruh. There we go. Bread needs 2 ingredients. The 2 ingredients are yeast and flour. Oh. Bread needs 2. Sandwich needs 2. Bread needs yeast and flour. Sandwich needs bread and meat. So see, now we got to process that with the Q. So we save the Q for what we actually do have, which is supplies, which is a list of supplies. We have infinite yeast, infinite flour, and infinite corn. I feel like if I keep doing this over and over, it's not really just memorization. Oh well. All right, so we'll say const Q equals. Oh, we got to copy it. Dot 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 supplies, which is destructuring, and then wow, there is a Q. Dot length. Now we can say const apply. We're changing their names now. Equals Q dot not minus. It's Q supplies while Q dot length. Const supply equals Q dot shift. So we got the supply. Awesome. So now remember, we have 2 data structures, right? The n degrees takes the recipe as the key, and then the graph takes the ingredient as the key. So now that we have an ingredient, which is supply, we can query our graph. So if graph dot has supply, okay, I could say ingredient, but we're already using that up here, which I mean, it's closed scoped. Wouldn't, but let's just, yeah. Well, maybe I will. Fuck it. Just for it's easier to reason about. Constant ingredient equals q.shift graph dot has ingredient. If it does not, we continue. Meaning we will not loop through it. Right? So it'll go to the next item in the queue and pop it off. But if it does have it, we need to loop through it. So for const press, I'm gonna say dish this time. Dish of I could do graph.get ingredient, right? Or I could do graph.entries. I think I'm gonna do graph.entries. I don't know if that's gonna fuck it up, but I don't think it will. Dot entries. Or you could do the graph.get ingredient, right? This is just gonna give us all the values. Or maybe, no, that might. Honestly, that's got me curious. So we'll name the ingredient. And then we'll do the dish if this works like I think it works. It might mess it up. I'm not sure. All right, that's kind of hard. Oh, yeast points to bread. Flour points to bread. Yeast points to bread. Flour points to bread. Yeast. Well, yeah. Okay, I think. All right, so let's change this to graph.get. Ingredient. Well, yep, that would have broke our logic if we did it that way. So you need yeast and flour to make bread. Basically, what it's saying. So then we can do if n degrees dot get dish equals 0. We push to a result. So result dot push dish. And then q dot push dish, because dishes can be used as ingredients. So we're going to push it back into our queue, and we're going to keep doing it until all air supplies are exhausted, or well, all of our numbers in our n degrees is exhausted. So we're exhausting n degrees. Then we need to do n degrees. Did I capital the D? Yeah, n degrees dot set dish n degrees dot get dish. Do I need to do the? We'll do dot push. No, it's not push. We're taking away one, right? I don't know if I need to put that there or not. You do not need to put the null recursion there. Let's ask GPT. How long should this problem take a dev with zero Googling? I just want to see what it says. Took me like an hour. But I did kind of. Does that mean I'm mid-level? I'm not advanced yet. Oh. As recursion and iterative solutions involve cycle detection, even if most test cases don't hit, it requires solid graph modeling, not always obvious from the description. No, it's not. We use maps to track state. You could use a set for your supplies, but we use the queue. If we used the set, that would have been for like if we actually used recursion. But since we didn't use recursion directly, we didn't need the set. What are other Leetcode problems that use Topo? I don't feel like I sorted shit. Wait, I feel like I've done that before. Why does it always give me shit I can't click? Oh, fuck. That's a big dick energy. Yeah. Well, I still can't click it. Shift click? Whoa. Whoa. I didn't know shift did that. So it's each context window. If you hit click and shift, it shows you the entirety of the context window. I don't fucking get the point of that. Unless you're trying to copy it, maybe? Yeah, that don't work. So, I'm thinking about making an AI map app where you can just high level like, yo, I want to sell a SaaS product for HR companies. And you will link me nearby company that would likely be interested. Bam, that's it. And then I'll pop it up on the map, sort them, and all that jazz. Debating on making a map app uses agents. Take a high level question and map nearby locations that meet criteria. Which there's already apps that do that. It would honestly be just for practicing. Really? Oh, it actually did it. Maybe I don't even need to do that because this. Yeah, that might be a waste of. I mean, it would just add like user experience. It would be better UX. These are like temp agencies. A lot of them are. I'm also thinking about learning .NET I know it's kind of crazy, but my job really relies on the .NET framework, which is kind of dumb. But what's special about .NET is it doesn't change every day. Boom, 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 boom. What happened to my music? But all right, let's do something before I get off. Let's see if I can get cursor. I'm gonna do some really quick. File, new window. I hope I did. Okay, so let's do file. Or actually, terminal, new terminal. We don't use PowerShell. We use no. Wait, can I change cursor to use WSL? I know Windsurf. You can switch it to use WSL. Windsurf. All right, I'm pretty sure you can. I don't remember how I did it. You know the free version of VS Code's not Visual Studio Code. It's like a shell of the actual visual. If you want Visual Studio, you gotta pay for that motherfucker. Alright, I'm fucking we won't use PowerShell. We'll use PowerShell. Alright. Change directory OneDrive / desktop. Can I do it that? Yeah, okay. It takes / too. And then make dir vibe. Change directory vibe. npm init. What's the quick? If I init a new npm, what's fastest way to get? Did it just get .add? Get init? Yeah, okay. Get init. Get add. I don't know what that means. What does that mean? Ah. Wait, what? Did it really do that? Wait, where's my file explorer? Oh shit. Oh, I can open it here, right? Desktop. Or I can just do, oh shit. Cursor. What is this window? Damn. Does it really have the little slashes in it? Wait, where did it get that from this? I don't see it. I see escape sequences, but ignore the warning. Yeah, I can just ignore it. Terminal, new terminal. Get init, get add, get commit, main, init. Is this right? Get status. Get add. Do I get stage? Is it get stage? Get commit. I don't remember the fucking. That ain't gonna work either. Fuck. Get add, get commit, negative. Oh, it's lowercase m. I was close. Get commit, negative m. Init, commit. Get push. Get push. Main. Fuck you. Get push head main. Oh fuck. I gotta make the branch. Oh, there's an easier way. You can just go to your GitHub. Yeah, fuck it. We're just playing around anyways. Alright, make me a basic 2D portfolio website. For now, just killers and alarm. You can pick the libs packages you want to use. I traditionally use the MERN pack, but for now, let's not worry about the. Let's see what happens. I don't ever use it, so I'm just curious. I was watching Neatcode do it, and he had a horrible experience doing it. But since I ain't got a git commit, well, I got one, but I just want to see how far it can go. We got Tailwind added. React installed, Framer Motion, Tailwind. All standard. We got a source, app.jsx. We got a home, about, projects, contact. Making the components with the nav bar. I told them 3D, didn't I? So shouldn't they use like 3JS or something like that? I didn't see that in the packages. Um, oh, they're using framer motion. In framer motion? I know it's good for animating. Or did I say? Oh, I said 2D, didn't I? Fuck. Yeah, I said 2D. Wait, where's the? Oh, they ain't pushed it yet. This just looks like a standard website. This takes a while. Look into my portfolio. Lorem ipsum dollars sitamit. Oh, did it hit a bug? The contact page has more lines than all the other than all. Really? Alright, that usually breaks it, but let's do it. Oh, I've done that before and it broke a code base, so let's see if it runs. Are you fuck prettier. Fuck prettier. Dude, why can't I click it? Control click. Alt click. Shift click. And like that, we got a basic ass website. Very fucking Facebook looking. Old school Facebook looking. Now, have the home page have a basic canvas where you can drive a can walk around in first person mode. and run into our diff pages to open them. I don't know if that's gonna work. I'm just curious. That being this is how all the new devs are freaking making stuff anyways. Probably gonna take a second. Let them cook. Bedtime's coming so close. What are you working on? It don't look like he's working on anything. Frozen. It ain't doing anything. It fucking stopped. How you spell physics? Alright, whatever. I guess you gotta pay for it to do some the bigger stuff. Oh, no, no. Nuh-uh. Fuck, what's the... There's only one error? Pretty good job. So unless you kind of know what you're building, it ain't that good at it. Yeah. Now we're just going to go on the infinite loop of failures. Yeah, I'm not doing this. Oh, it could be cache. Nope. Yeah, fuck it. Alright, I'm done. That's a waste of time. Freaking prompt engineering ain't the future yet, I assure you. Peace.